Simmer, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar.
Yo, Rage Room, what's going on with everybody, man? Hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear. We getting ready to start it up. We getting ready to have that first official Rage Room Roundtable podcast. You know what I'm talking about? About to let the vibes roll, man. This is grown folk conversation, but it's also about getting to know one another and introducing, and bringing communities together. So, as I do state this ahead of time, if you're a content creator, anything in that fame, form, or fashion, you don't even have to be that. Even if you're a man entrepreneur, man, you got things out there that you want to be heard. Yo, hit me up. I would love to have you as a guest on the show. So we getting ready to start up here in just one moment. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. It's like I said, it's really more or less just about getting to know each other. Introducing each other to the communities, have some laughs. Hopefully we don't shed any tears though. Lumpy, we start crying, we got problems, man. All right, give me 1 second. Here we go.
Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yep. Roger that.
All
What's
right, give
going
me
on, man?
what's going on. Give me 1 moment. I'm about to switch it over real quick for this really quick intro to it.
Sim
Oh,
Simmer, who got the
Roger
keys
that.
to my bimmer? Who
And
am
also, just to let
I?
you
The
know,
girls
I
them
will
sugar.
be streaming this live on his channel as well. So to get his perspective, I definitely encourage you all to go out and just give my man a follow. Absolutely fantastic. How are you guys doing today? What's good, Willie? Bearded one, ding. Appreciate the shout outs, Willie, in the chat. Um, I love it. That's so dope. So
What's
dope.
going on with everybody? What's going on? First and foremost, I want to say thank you, everybody coming out. This is our first official Rage Room Roundtable podcast. Big shout out to our special guest today. Yes, I said guest. You know what I'm talking about, man. My brother over here, Mr. Hype Train himself,
Let's
Mr. Evil
go.
Gods, man. What's going
Let's
on,
go.
Evil?
What's going on with you, man? I appreciate you having me on today. Like it warms my soul that I can be the first one here. That's all I can say.
Well, shoot, man. I'm all for it, man. And appreciate you being my numero uno guest out here. Your headshot Willie,
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Appreciate it,
Absolutely.
appreciate it. So, first and foremost, man, before we even get anything started up in here, before we get anything started, Evil, man, please go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody here, my guy.
All right, so we going like actual name or we going online persona? I just need to know.
Man, look, I'm all about both, man. Listen, I'm building families and communities out here.
All right. I'll give y'all a little brief history on who I am. My name is Ivari. That is my actual name. I go by Evil Gods. That is my online persona. They're the same person, only one is a little bit more hype and one rages more. So I rage like normal me. I rage like crazy. Online persona me more so chill, max, and relax. I try not to rage as much. Sometimes it slips out playing Call of Duty. Neither here nor there. But besides that, let's see a little bit about me. I am the big age of 31 years old. Um, a lot of people call me old. Some people call me young, just depending on who you're talking to. I love video games. I love anime. I love just kind of positive energy. Like you said, a hype man. I like to be super energetic. Why? Because the more you stay positive about things, the better the situation can be. No matter how dire, let's say you're down in Call of Duty, you're bogged down, y'all are all getting shot. You can have that one person stay positive just to motivate, and that's just what it is. So I try to be that kind of person, just to bring positive energy, positive vibes at all times. A little bit about my community. So my community name is the Frozen Village. Like I said, it's all about positive vibe. Just I wanted to create a space for everyone to come after, like, let's say a long day of work and just kind of chill. I know Frozen Village chill, the bad pun, but nonetheless, it still works for me. So it's wonderful. Like I just I'm glad that I've had an opportunity to like actually follow something that I am passionate about and like do something that I'm passionate about. So I will say that. So that's just a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm big into anime, big into video games. I've been a nerd my entire life. That's who I am.
That's the best of us right there, man. I'm 33 years old, man, and I'm still sitting here playing video games. The only difference is I can turn it into $1 these days or two, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Let them
I
know.
mean, we just proved our parents wrong when them video games ain't gonna bite.
Man,
Yes
let
it
me
did.
tell you. Let me tell you, bro. Growing up, I had 1 hour to play on weekends. Maybe. What? Why are you playing the dumb box again? I'm not buying you another system. That's okay. Just wait on it, because I'm gonna get it myself.
Yes.
Like wild. But yes, you're right. To your point, like growing up, like especially when we grew up, you would never think that playing a video game can be seen as a business. I just want to throw that out there. Some people might agree, some people might not agree, but to me, it's just like growing up. It was just like it was the dumb box. Go read a book, go outside and play. Get your hands dirty a little bit, go build something. It wasn't, let's sit in front of the video games for 8 hours a day and call it a job. Like I would have never thought that. So
Right.
yes.
Well, it's definitely something special, man. It's definitely something special, especially considering, man. I remember my first Atari, dude. Like no lie, man. I'm
Woo!
33, man, but I remember the Atari came out few years before I was born, man. Like 4 years before I was born,
Okay.
and my sisters and them had it, and then it was given over to me. And man, I remember my Atari. I talk about that thing all the time. Believe it or not, I still have my Atari. I still
Okay.
got my regular Nintendo, my
Yep.
Sega Genesis, my Super Nintendo is all over at my dad's house, all put up, man. Like legit, man. I'm yeah, big kid, big kid.
That's absolutely wonderful. I mean, I never had an Atari myself, but my dad, he definitely had the Commodore 64. He had the Atari. Like he had all of the old joints.
Yeah.
So it was like I. Mhm. Fun fact: I started playing video games by watching my father play. Um, unfortunately, he used to sit me and my brother down and be like, "Make sure your mom's not coming home," or watch out the window, or he'll set the second controller down beside us, unplugged, and like, "Hey, yeah, you're playing with me." Whole time,
Yes.
not even a little bit.
Ah. Hold
So
on, did
I
he
didn't get.
get you with it?
Oh, yes, I had no idea. I didn't know how connections and controllers worked back then. It was just like, oh my gosh, I'm in front of the game that I've been wanting to play. It was Mario. He started on Mario Brothers. It was the original Mario with
Yeah.
Duck Hunt. And like he would sit down for hours and play, and I'd just be sitting there on the side like, I want to play too. Nope. Nope. So me and my brother, we had to sneak and play all the time, and then it got to a point where like bad, I think like Super Nintendo, when they actually was just like, okay, here's your console, actually have fun with it.
Right. I can dig it,
So
man. I can dig it.
eh.
Yo, so before we get into the comedy portion of it real quick, man, I just want to
Uh-oh.
talk. If you're comfortable, man, I don't talk politics.
Show
I don't
me
talk.
the
Hey,
money!
that's fine.
I had an alert that just still went off.
Did you set it up?
I don't even know how that even went off. I'm not even gonna ask, but I apologize. But
You're fine.
I don't do religion. I don't talk about people's
Okay.
sexualities, anything like that. But kind of
Absolutely.
speaking current day, man, how's COVID affected you? Like
Wow.
your day to day lifestyle compared to
Oh
what
my
it was
gosh.
2 years ago.
It's completely different. I mean, I do work in IT, so with that, I'll be up at the crack of dawn, maybe 5:30 in the morning, work until about 3:30. I'm on call 24/7. So it's like I would come home, go to the gym, come back, and then I would, settle down, maybe play video games for a little bit, and then, you know, go to sleep and repeat because I had to be up so early, so I couldn't be up. It's changed everything completely because before COVID, I did not have the time to really do anything like outside of work, gym, maybe a little video games here and there. By that time, it's already, let's say, 7 p.m. Also, I do take naps every day for those out there. I used to come home from work, take a little 30-minute nap, a little 45-minute nap, and then continue my day. Um,
Some of us don't have those privileges.
I apologize. I will get to sleep for you, my friend. I promise you. No, but seriously though, like so when COVID hit, everything changed because everything shut down, everything went to work from home type of situation. And it kind of changed everything for me. So it's like instead of waking up at, let's say, 5, I can wake up at 7. I don't have to do those early morning preparations. You probably should, right? I've learned that you probably should do that just because. But all in all, and then it affected it actually gave me the opportunity to actually start streaming, if that makes sense. So before this, like we had like me and my friend group, we had the idea to probably start streaming in like 2017. We just didn't have the time. We just couldn't do everything that comes with content creating, because a lot of people think, oh, streaming and content, what's the difference between streaming and content creating? My opinion, content creating goes far, it's a farther reach. So you gotta edit your own videos, you gotta be your own graphic designer, um you gotta do a lot of different things versus streaming, just kind of hitting the start button and going. It's like you're not promoting
Right.
yourself as like a brand, or whatever your goal is. You're not doing that because legitimately you're just hitting the start button. So I didn't have an opportunity to actually start content creating until COVID hit, like in the midst of COVID, because even still, I was just like, okay, like, are we going to go back to the office or are we not? And now a lot of like corporate jobs are going more hybrid mode. So it's interesting. That's the first question, because like that actually had the biggest impact for me as far as where my career has gone, where like what I want to do, because it's a fun fact. My parents and my friends, some of my friends used to ask all your time, what is your passion? What is your passion? And up until last year, I couldn't tell you what that was. It was just like, well, I'm good at playing video games. I'm good at, I'm a musician as well. I'm good at playing instruments. I'm good at a lot of different things, but it's just I didn't have that time. So now when people ask me what is your passion, I love content creating. I love streaming. Like it is a passion of mine. It's grown into a passion. Playing video games. I mean, regardless, I was playing video games with my friends anyway. But like that is something we were doing since probably like on a consistent basis back to 2013. So it was just one of those things where it's all right, but let's do this on air. You know what I mean?
Right.
So COVID, like back to the main point, COVID did that for me. It allowed me an opportunity to pursue something that I deem important to me.
Hmm.
Others don't see that. Others are just like, you're just playing video games. Because I've had that. It's just like, with all of these things that you can do, why are you playing video games and wasting your life? I was like, I'm not wasting my life. I can escape reality after a stressful day. I can go take my anger out on, these little bots, these little Timmies running around. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where I, COVID really opened my it definitely was a learning curve to like living through COVID, but it definitely some of the outcomes or the main outcome is the fact that I'm able to content create and stream. And I know I'm kind of long-winded on this and I
Oh,
apologize,
you're good.
but
You're good.
it's just one of those things because without COVID, I might not be a streamer, or a content creator. So COVID definitely had its ups and downs, but the outcome itself, like the main outcome, me being able to be where I am now, meeting all of these wonderful people on this journey, yourself included, again, shout out to the Rage Room. Um, I have to take it in stride. Like I appreciate COVID for what it was. I mean, it wasn't great for a lot of people. It wasn't great for me, but it did provide this opportunity for me. So those are my thoughts on COVID.
And I mean, at the end of the day, man, you got to look at the positive of anything. So, um,
Got to.
my situation is like yours, and then it's also completely opposite. Like
Okay.
the thing that really got me into streaming was I was bored with my time. Like my wife and
Okay.
I back in 2016, we were involved in a severe car accident
Oh
out
wow.
in Vegas, and we weren't even driving. We were rear passengers in this. It was a Ford pickup truck, and it's a guy that's out there. He owns a place that's called Sin City Scooters, and him and his wife were like, "Yo, we want to take y'all out to Lake Mead, out to the Hoover Dam to try and go see the Hoover Dam and whatnot." So it was
Okay.
it was fun and it was really good and stuff like that. So we went out on the lake, drove the boat around, everything like that, and we get back in the truck. Man, the boat's on the trailer. The trailer's attached to the truck. We're driving down Red Rock Canyon, heading back into Vegas, and like his wife kept telling him like, "Slow down, slow down, slow down." He was like yelling at his wife, like no lie. He's like, "I've been driving and towing vehicles for this amount of time, and all this other stuff, man." So the wind caught the trailer, man, and I don't know if you've ever seen how wind does these things, man, but it caught the trailer, and that boat started rocking and rocking and rocking. Well, we had a pickup truck coming right at us in the opposite lane, and we're sitting here rocking back and forth. He ended up doing a 360 on the shoulder out of Red Rock Canyon, man, and it ended up flipping us. And all I remember to this day, only thing I remember is, and I don't know if you know about those pickup trucks. I was behind the passenger. My wife was in the middle.
Mhm.
Mine had the full restraint seat belt. Hers only had the lap belt on it. And so all I remember is my wife screaming my name because when we flipped, my wife was going towards the glass. And I'll
Oh
never
no.
forget, man, if grabbing my wife's arm, bro, with everything that I had while we were flipping and holding on to her. And like it messed me up to this day. Like this is why I'm going through a lot of the stuff I'm going through because all of this got, I mean, just imagine at the speed, the force of holding on, trying to hold on and things like that. It was bad. And we spent our physical anniversary in the Trauma 2 unit out there in Las Vegas. And so, like I said, it's 5 years later. I'm still dealing with all this stuff, but
I
that's
hear
what
you, man.
actually brought up the opportunity for me to really start streaming. So because I back then I was a hard worker. I mean, I was a restaurant manager, Darden restaurants for Olive Garden, and so
Okay.
I mean, wonderful opportunity, was absolutely amazing. But this opened up the door, so I was already, that was kind of like pre-prep to COVID for me, because I'm already used to being a homebody right now due to not being able to work, outside of trying to make things happen myself. That's why I'm trying to build my own businesses, build my brands and everything like that. And
Okay.
then COVID came, and then it's like now I'm being told to stay home because of situations before the vaccine, and it was like, yeah, it's like now I don't want to be at home because you're telling me I won't have to be here. I want to be home because it's my choice.
Right.
So
Hmm.
we underwent it, man. But like I said, my story's like yours, but then it's not. But our situation, man, mine came from an accident, which turned me into the homebody that I am.
Hey, man, I'm glad that you guys are okay. Y'all are alive, blessed, and breathing, my friend. Like that is, I did not know any of that, and wow, that's insane.
It was really rough, man. I mean, like when I say that was rough, it was absolutely rough. And dealing with the side effects, I've never been a person that's had depression and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm open about it. I suffer from depression and anxiety now. Um,
I get that on
you
so
know,
many levels. I
uh,
get that.
we're all adults in here, man. That is one of the biggest reasons why I do, entertain medical marijuana, because a
Okay.
lot of people think that, oh, well, you're just smoking because you want to be high. If anybody ever knew me, I never, man, I'm 33. I've never taken not one puff of a cigarette, not one puff of a black and mild, like absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And like drinking used to be that was my thing, was to be just a drinker. And so
I get
this
that.
this 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 opened up a door for me to tap into that other part of that Rastafarian in me. So so listen,
Fair enough.
I tapped into it and I've never went back, man.
I was like,
So
I'm not turning back. I'm not
nah,
closing that door.
listen,
You staying open.
yo,
We friends now.
I'll convince myself I'm still depressed even if I lose it. You need that right now. What? Uh.
I need that. Give it back. Thank you.
Oh man.
Man, that's an insane story, man. Like for real. I really feel for you guys. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad you guys made it through. That's a blessing in itself, and the fact that you can, you're not. I mean, you're dealing with after effects, but it's not like dire. I assume, like it's not at a point where it's like, is it? And maybe this is too asking too much. I'm trying to teeter
No,
on what to
bro.
ask and what not. Like, is it something that it's like you deal with severely on a day-to-day basis? Like when
Yeah.
it comes to like your injury? Okay.
Uh It was, believe it or not, it was to the point, man, I couldn't even, for the longest, no lie, like, that's as far as I could turn my neck, if even that. Like, I couldn't go any further than that. I still, to the point, I can't keep my shoulders elevated. Like, I can't keep my arms up whatsoever. Not, absolutely cannot keep them elevated.
Okay.
Uh, my left knee's busted. I mean, man, I've got things I've got to get fixed, worked on. I got carpal tunnel in my hands now. Cause I mean, I've been doing this for so doggone long, and with the streaming for the last 4 years. So,
Understandable. I mean,
but
you got to give up
but
that
the
control of
smoking, man.
life.
But the marijuana, like I said, man, going back on that, a lot of people think that it's really, people just want to be high. I'm telling you, there's a lot of good. There really
Oh yeah,
is,
this
that people don't look. They
absolutely.
look past it. There's a lot of good in smoking marijuana.
Now, if it's to a point where you're abusing it, that's a little different. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a little different. Like, there's a time and place. You know what I mean? Like once I'm home in the comfort of my space, you know what I'm saying? Okay, okay. But
Listen.
being out and about,
Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. And this is a story I probably would never tell anybody, but I'm gonna tell you.
Roger that.
Hold on one second. She doing dishes and they're my fault, man. So I'm about to
Oh,
ask her
okay.
for a drink. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to let you know.
Like we definitely, or medical marijuana. Marijuana definitely helps in a lot of different ways, though. Like anxiety, depression, just
Yep.
kind of. give you a state of relaxation. If you have like ADD, ADHD, it helps you focus in, being able to like just kind of zero in on whatever you're working on. Like it has so many health benefits. I, but that's why it was illegal, but that's neither here nor there. um, but yeah, man. Like it's just one of those things. Like I said, I dabble myself. So
Let me give you this story, man. And this
uh-oh,
this
uh-oh.
this right here is the worst weed story I've ever had in my life.
Uh-oh,
And like
we're going worse weed stories.
this
Okay.
this is the worst since we sitting here talking about it, man. And y'all
Alright.
y'all want to laugh, man. This is after hours in the rage room anyway. So, um, when I first got my medical marijuana card, right? And listen, and I actually went into a dispensary and I was like, holy, yo, like, listen, like, I want to try this. I want to try this. I want to try this. Oh, you can drink that. I want some of that. Like, listen, oh, you got popcorn? Hold on, bro, you got popcorn, bro? Listen, I was going in. I was going in. So, dude, I'd never heard of the medical marijuana tonics. I've never messed
Oh.
with tonics. Man, this
Ooh.
stuff was as thick as cough syrup, and I did
Mhm.
not know. But it's 1,000 milligram bottle, and there's like, but they have the little measuring cup, that you're supposed to do it with. So I kid you not, man, kid you not. Me and Mama Bear, we're at home. Look, she works from home. I'm here. I'm like, I drank some. I was like, I had a little bit of I was like, I mean, this ain't much. So what do I do? What do I do? Man, let me tell you, I drank more than half this bottle. I swear it. I swear it. I
Oh
swear
my
it.
god.
Bro,
My god.
listen, not only did it hit me at the wrong time, but then it also happened for the fact of my wife who picks up the kids from school. She picks them up. Something happened with work that day, and her boss was not letting her go. Y'all don't
Mm-mm.
understand.
Mm-mm.
You don't understand. Back then we was driving a minivan too, man. So listen, when I say I was driving down 40 and 45-mile roads, like going like 20 and like trying to stay awake, and I'm like, okay,
No.
I'm like trying to stay awake, and I'm like, oh man, this is so bad. I'm gonna tell you how worse it got. I called Triple R Gaming because my wife could not talk on the phone. I called Trip while I was waiting on my, and I'm like, yo, Trip. I was like, man, talk to me, bro. Help keep me awake, man. Keep me awake, bro. I was so scared for me. I was scared from my, yo, listen. I was like, man, I was like, keep me, bro. Just keep me awake. So, man, I'm trying to drive back home, man, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I can make it. I can make it. Bro, I made it home. I swear my wife was in there working and she used to work in our room before we turned into her office. And
Okay.
and let me tell you something. All I remember is going in there. They got out of school at 3 something. I went in that room, bro. Thank you. All I remember is going in the bedroom, and when I say absolutely just I crashed. They got out of school. I'm usually back by like 3:50 during that time. I didn't
Mhm.
wake up until the next morning. Like straight up 100%. I was out. That was the absolute worst, and I have never messed with the tonics anymore. I will never mess with them ever again.
That
Never.
sounds like the little tinctures in the edibles. That's what that sounds like.
Oh, see, I can do edibles, man. Like edibles is fine. Now, if you want to real quick go on that level, I had a high tolerance. Mama Bear's tolerance wasn't as high as mine.
Okay.
So we used to buy the Fruity Pebble bars, man, and buy the Fruity Pebble bars, and they're just 100 milligrams. It's like,
Oh, okay.
okay,
100 milligrams. That's
nothing
not too
too
bad.
huge. I
Not bad.
lied. They were 250s. They were 250s. So
Okay. That's a
me, my
little.
tolerance, bro, I would eat a whole one. I would eat a whole one, and me and my wife would I just vibe out and just have a great evening. She would
Okay.
usually eat half. I don't know. I don't remember why she. It was one of those do as I say and not as I do moments. She seen me eat the whole thing, and dude,
No. No, your
she's sitting
tolerance.
there. She's like, "Oh, you ate yours?" She's like, and I'm like, So we're sitting there watching a movie. Kid you not, man. She pulls one of these. She's like, and if for those of y'all that don't know, my government name is Samuel. I don't mind y'all knowing that. She's like, Samuel, I'm freaking out. Yo, listen, bro. Yo, she had the death claw on me, bro.
Ooh, love it. Love it.
Oh,
He said,
yo.
I'm freaking out. No.
It was one of the moments, man, that she was like, and you asked, I was like, why did you eat the whole thing? She was like, well, you didn't tell me not to. I was like, it says it right on the back. It says if your tolerance is not that high, start off with eating like a fourth or half, not the full damn thing at one time. Yo,
Like now, I'm sorry. I feel bad. Like that's terrible.
hold on. I ate a 500 milligram Nerds rope, and it had me stuck staring at the wall for a couple of hours.
Yeah, look, I've had some tinctures and some edibles that's had me literally, when I say stuck, bro,
Yeah.
like taste gone. Like I'm sitting here trying to remember how to breathe. Like in my room, just like I'm not okay. Like I had people calling me, just like you good? I am not okay. Like I am messed up. Please save me. It's just like at one point I remember this one time I was like, do I need to call a hospital? I think something is wrong.
Yo,
I was fine.
did you ever hear that phone call that the husband and wife really made to the police department saying that they were dying from overdose
Yes.
on marijuana?
Yes. Yes.
Dude, that is the funniest police call I've ever heard
Yep.
in my life. I think we're dying. Yo.
I'm like, first of all, you can't really OD on an edible. I mean, you can go to sleep and be messed up for a while, but OD, you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Hey, I'm gonna need
Like,
you to tell Headshot Willie to type out that story, man. I need to read
I know his
this.
story. I know his story too. Yeah, you should. Yeah, Willie, type it out, man. Type it out. It was, yeah, I was definitely calling people to buy me back. Yeah, I was in the gulag, something serious that day. Like I was sitting here just like, help me, please. Oh man, but yeah, look, I got weed stories for days, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've started to gather a lot of those myself, man. Like,
It's I
man.
definitely I remember one time I gave Willie something of what I had, and he was just like 30 to a minute. He was like, bro, I can't taste my tongue, and I was like, what are you saying? He was like, I can't see, and I was like, oh no,
Oh,
it was.
bro, you want me to one up you? I'll tell you my first
All right.
time, man. 2014. I remember
Uh-oh.
specifically. We stayed in it was Evans, Colorado, which is Greeley, Colorado.
Okay.
We stayed in the one place in Colorado where our county, Evans County, they didn't have the marijuana legal right there. They did not have it. So we used to have to drive like 3 minutes, literally 3 minutes to the border. 3 minutes to the border and go get some weed, man. So here you go, man. It was 1,000 milligram brownie. Never forget this. Never forget it. 1,000 milligram brownie.
You said 1,000 milligram?
Yep.
So
The
you
late.
was
This was
Deathwish
first
that
time. I
day.
never knew,
Okay.
but see, I didn't know about any of this. Like, I didn't know about anything.
Okay.
I asked the lady up at the place. I was like, "So how do you eat this?" And she's like, "Oh, well, you cut it in fourths." She was like, "And that's how you." She was like, "That's how you eat it." I'm like, "Okay, yo, bro, tell me why I get home, right? I get home. It's like 6 something. I remember it was 6 something. It was like 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I cut this thing in fourths. I ate a fourth of it. Man, like
No.
30 minutes went by, right?
No.
Listen, I was like, I didn't feel nothing. I didn't feel anything. Man, I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat another fourth. Okay. Time went on and time went on. All I remember is it was 8:30, about 8:38, man. Seriously, in that time frame. Bro, when I tell you that my eyes were as bloodshot as this chair that is behind me.
Ooh.
It gets worse because my wife was pregnant with my daughter at the time, so she couldn't indulge in anything like that. Bro, why on God's green earth, man, did I go in me and my wife's bathroom, strip down my clothes, turned the water on the sink and got in the shower to shower. I want you to think about what I just said. I turned the water on the sink, but I got in the shower to go take a freaking shower, bro. And then I yelled to my wife because it wasn't working. Bro, and then the next day, man, I had to go to work. What took us to Colorado, don't laugh at me, man. What took me to Colorado was for my job. Bro, it was early afternoon and I was calling my wife, man, dang near crying. Like, I want to come home. Like, I'm still freaking high from that mess last night. Like, I could not function whatsoever. Like, dude, that was the worst. But, bro, she has never let me live that one down, man, about me turning on the dang sink water and getting in the shower.
You turned on the sink.
Yeah.
Got in the shower. It was like, hey, babe, it ain't working.
Yep. I was yelling at her. I could call her in here right now and be like, "What happened with the shower and the sink in Colorado, bro?" She's just gonna start clowning me right now, man. I'm not gonna do it myself.
That's gotta be one of the funniest things I have heard in a long time. My man, I might have to tweet about that. Be like, man, I'm trying to get so hot and I turn on the sink and get in the shower. Then call somebody and ask them why it ain't working.
Oh, man.
Funny.
Bro.
Oh, that hurts my
We've
heart.
had some moments, man. We've had some moments. So,
I see. Yeah, let's get back to it.
So, you ready for this, man? Anybody that's here, man, we're about 40 minutes into the podcast. I'm getting ready to fire off. I'm getting ready to fire off some questions on Evil. He does not have time. You can't do no heavy thinking on these questions there, sir. We want to see what you talking about here.
Roger that. Let's get it.
Matter of fact, I even got it professional too, man. I went ahead and printed it out.
This man
so I had it ready for you.
Let's see what I can do here. All right, let's get it.
All right, you ready? This one is I'll let you think. I'm gonna let you think about this one here. What are some things that you do different in your community and stream that sets you apart from others?
So for me, and I know this is simple, and these are simple things that I do, I know for myself. Like each stream, I start off with the quote of the day and the joke of the day, and that is to spread positive energy throughout the stream for one. And I'm a jokester. I like to joke. I'm not that funny. Like I'm not that funny, but people think I'm funny, so we're gonna go with jokes. So it's like I like jokes. I like like I said, quotes of the day, positive energy. Like it's, and I know that doesn't necessarily set me out from everyone, but I think me as a person and how quirky I can be because I can switch from like are we talking about politics? Are we talking about video games? Are we talking about religion? Are we talking about let's say anxiety? Are we talking about like I can basically touch on any and every topic that can come up at any time. And I think that's one thing that does set me out from others. Because it's just like I've had people come in my chat and call me trash at the video game, and I'm just like, thank you for giving me your attention, giving me your time. People come in. I've had people talk about depression and things. Like some people, I know some streamers stray away from that, but like I invite them to my Discord. Like we have a whole channel specific for that. Like if you're going through something, use it because that's what we're here for. I'm willing to listen, be that ear if you need it. You know what I mean? Like, don't abuse it because some people would be like, "Oh, he gonna listen. I'm gonna talk to him all the time."
Right.
But also like if that is a need, I have an ear. I've been through. Like I suffer from depression and anxiety, not on a super serious level, but that's something COVID did present to me. So it's like that is something that I am open and willing to talk about. And the other thing that I think that sets me out from other people is I feel like I'm honest with myself. I'm critical and I'm honest, meaning if there's something good going on, I'm gonna acknowledge that. But also if there's something bad and there's there's things I need to work on, like as a person, as a content creator, as like a on air personality, that is something that I can just look in the mirror and be like, okay, I need to work on this because you know that's only gonna help me. The more honest you are with yourself, I
Yep.
think the better off you will be.
I
And I
love that,
think
bro.
those are little, like they're not huge things that sets me apart. Like, oh, I have the best emotes, or I have the best, overlays, and stuff like that. But I think as a person and what I bring to the table itself sets me apart.
Respect that, man. I respect that. Well, I'm glad to have you in the community, man. And I don't know if I ever asked you, how exactly did you come across me?
All right, fun fact. This is just gonna be me. I'm keeping it 100% with you. On Twitch, because I actually started watching Facebook content creators before Twitch. But it was all Call of Duty because I really actually started watching streamers on during COVID. So I wasn't really watching. I wasn't in the big Twitch like where everything first started. It was more so like we talked about it, blah blah blah, but I didn't start watching content or other streamers until COVID. So Facebook is where I started, and I came across your channel because when I actually made my Twitch and started and everything, you were the first my first African American streamer that I ran across that played Call of Duty. And that's just me being 100% honest. And that's kind of what drew me to your stream. So I used to watch it. I used to learn. I would not say a word. I would not say a word at all. I would just be there. Like I would watch your content. I would just be like, and not just yours, but other content creators as well. But I would watch your content and be like, okay, what can I not necessarily take, but borrow? Like, what is he doing that's wonderful that no one else is doing it? How can I incorporate that with a little of my own flavor? You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. It's just like I look at lots of content creators, like from one viewer to hundreds of thousands of viewers, and it's like I look at everybody's stream, just kind of looking in, just like, okay, what can I learn from them? Because if I do it, like, I'm gonna learn. You have to learn if you're gonna watch somebody. I think you should be learning something, whether if it's
Yeah.
something positive or negative. So I found your stream, and I didn't say anything literally until I felt confident with myself and as a content creator to reach out and say hello. And that's when I rated you, what, 2 months ago, 3 months ago?
I
It
remember
was
that.
it was yeah, it was just like because I had been part of the community, I lurking here and there, but I would never say anything because I wasn't one confident in myself as a content creator. I wasn't confident in myself as a Call of Duty gamer. And that's a big one because we're probably gonna touch on that in later questions. But as a Call of Duty player, I wasn't confident enough to be like, you know what, I'm gonna join your customs because I'm like, if I'm gonna put myself out there, I want it to be a respectable name, not oh, he joins and oh no, here comes the evil.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I found your stream just off the random, like literally on my recommended feed, and then I just kind of stuck with it for about a year and a half, year and a few months. And then I finally was just like, you know what? I'm gonna raid him. I wanna, I'm gonna put myself out there and see what happens. And here we are.
You telling me that? See, I was always telling my wife there was a peeping tom outside the window for about a year and a half, man. I knew it was
I,
you.
I mean, look, I'm man enough to admit it, right? Like I'm
You
here with it.
inspired
Like
me to lose weight. I was like, if you're gonna watch, I'm gonna lose a little bit. Give it something to look at.
I was about to say, I'm gonna get a little sexy right quick if I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh, Fun
yeah,
said I
that's
learned what makes Spooby rage, bro.
uh-oh.
There's a lot of
Uh-oh.
things that makes me rage, man. A lot. But we ain't gonna talk about that. I am the king of the rage for a reason. For a reason. Yo, bless my guy. So you ready for this, man? Are you ready
Absolutely.
for these questions?
Absolute man. Let's get it. Let's go. I love
All
it.
right. It ain't too bad, man. It ain't too bad. All right, let's start off simple, man.
All right.
What's your favorite game of all time?
So I've thought a lot about this over the times, and can I say I have favorite series of games
Yeah.
versus one game? Okay. So in different genres, I have different favorites. So RPG, Final Fantasies, 7, 8, 10 are my favorites, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. I think 10 and 8 are the best, are better than 7. For all you Final Fantasy heads, if y'all want to talk about it, y'all can debate me whenever. I love the Mass Effect. If you're talking about, the Mass Effect, I am a person that loves like sci-fi and things like that. So like space, anything revolving around space, time travel, yada yada yada. So Mass Effect, that like 1, 2, and 3 is absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Andromeda is mid. The graphics were fantastic and the fighting sequences were wonderful, but story wise, mid. And then I have to go with Metal Gear. Like Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, all of those, the story, they're absolutely fantastic and I love them. Um and then if we're going first person shooter, obviously Call of Duty. Um but I can't say I have one specific favorite because I can pick any of them up at any time.
MW2. MW2 hands down will always be my favorite, man.
Okay. Fair. Okay,
Man,
what makes that your favorite though?
what makes it my favorite for one? Let me tell you, man. Anybody in the rage room can tell you. Anybody that knows me, man. I came, I came up, man, doing MLG, game
Okay.
battles, all of that. When I say I ran the Zulu squad on there, man, and we were number one. We had ran game battles and we were number one for I don't know how long, bro.
Okay.
Listen, you couldn't touch us on that game, bro. Like search and
Okay.
destroy, bro. We were the nastiest team, bro. I had listen. We were ranked. If they could bring that back right now, yo,
Hmm.
you'll see my old name, man. IRBX Jamaica P88, man. And you'd be like, yo, this dude is no lie. Like you could go on YouTube. Anybody that's in here right now, you can go on YouTube to this day and type in IRBX Jamaican P88 and see them clips, and you're gonna be like, yo, this dude was absolutely insane, man. Spoovy's always been crazy, but MW2, man, I used to love it.
Fantastic.
The Rangers, bro.
Hmm.
When they had to go shotguns, man, I used to love it, man. We used to call them our cow hooves, cause boy, as soon as the game starts, you have on that marathon and lightweight with them dual shotguns,
Yep.
bro, and you just be,
Yep.
hey, just be
You just
booking. And we
out.
used to race for that first kill, like who's gonna do it? And all you hear is just boom, boom, like yep, got it.
Fair enough. That's there's not it's nothing wrong with it. So I guess I have another question for you. Just to
Yeah,
follow up to that. Are you more of a first person shooter gamer or do you branch out to all the other genres?
man, I branch out. Let me tell you, I'll tell you
Okay.
some things people don't know about Spoob. Spooby will sit here and I listen. I got the Sims 5 over here. Listen, I got a soft side to me, man. I don't listen.
Okay.
I
Okay.
play stuff, man, from just looking at my screen right now, man. Just go up. I had the Battlefield. I did not try it out yet. I did not try it, even though I should have. Little Nightmares, I love that game. Uh,
Fantastic.
Call of Duty, man. Freaking Must Division, them people. I play the game, man, but I hate the game, man. I hate the creators for allowing stuff to happen. I don't hate the game. There's people behind the scenes, man, that are pulling the strings.
Agreed.
Um, I also play this game. I don't know if you know if you heard of this game called Green Hill, but it's
Yeah.
a survival game, man. It's that game right there is the truth. Like if you play that
Hmm.
on hard, I'm still playing it. I'm still playing it right now, man. And then I just rebought my Fallout series, man. Fallout 4
Okay.
and what is not Vice City, New Vegas.
Okay.
So, oh yeah. So yeah, man. Those I definitely branch out. Don't get me wrong, I branch out, but it seems that most people, unfortunately, when you look at certain stuff in the streaming communities, you're being founded on Modern Warfare before most people start branching out to others. It's like Modern Warfare is like that mailroom job. Like you got to start
Hmm.
here, and then once you build your foundation and people start coming in for you, then you know what? Then
You branch
if I
out.
want to go play Dora the Explorer World Adventures, they gonna hang out with me.
First
You
of all,
know,
Dorby getting it in. Do not
bro.
disrespect
Listen,
Dorby.
I'm gonna design that game. I told you. Listen, I'm gonna design that game, and when I play that game, when I get that game designed, bro, listen, you more than welcome to come play. Come play. We can leave Call of Duty alone.
Let's look.
Shoot.
If I Call of Duty is so frustrating, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Like I
All
almost
right, here
chucked
you
my
go. You
controller
ready?
earlier today. Yeah, let's get it.
Quick thoughts, man. Quick thoughts. Here we go. I'm gonna fire them off at you. What's a game you thought you liked but you actually hated?
Cyberpunk.
All right. What game have you spent the most number of hours on?
Right now, are you saying total?
As a whole.
Ooh, that's difficult. It's either gonna be between Destiny, Call of Duty, or 2K. I'm just because of longevity, I might say between Destiny and Call of Duty, but I'm not sure which one would win that because when Destiny 1 was out, man, we used to run that like it wasn't nobody's business for years. Like from when once it came out,
Some
like
Crown and
up
Coke.
until the second one. So that had to be from 2013 until 2000 and I think 17 is when the second one came out. So between 2013 and 2016, 17.
All right, y'all. It's time to get judgy real quick, man. If you had to
Uh,
marry the last video game character you played, who would it be?
well, since I played Call of Duty last, it would be one of the operators from Call of Duty. I would probably be safe in the long run as far as stability and like, if somebody messes with me. But also, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, oh shit. All right, so if you had to live in the world of the last game you played, what would it be? Obviously, it's gonna be Rebirth.
Well, I'm not gonna be alive. Well, I can come back though, so that's cool. I can die and come back. So
If I'm there with you, you ain't gotta die, bro. We getting that chopper and getting the hell up out of there. I'm telling you right
no, we
now.
out. Yeah, we
Hey,
out.
we leaving everybody else behind, bro. We only got places for 4 and 2 seats are occupied. So,
Bye.
oh man. All right. So, have you ever had a crush on a video game character?
Absolutely, when I was younger, for sure, hundred
Oh
percent.
yeah, who was it?
One of my main. I mean, it goes back to which video game we're talking about. When I was playing Final Fantasy X, I was a teenager, so Yuna for sure.
Yeah.
Um, when I was playing Mass Effect, nobody really because it's Mass Effect, and then everybody's aliens and stuff, and that just
And
be.
them
I
blue
mean,
booties used to look good. What you
I
talking
mean,
about,
hey,
man?
look, I hear you, right? I hear you. um, let's see. If we're talking about Metal Gear, Meryl, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think of other ones off the top. Like nobody from like Nintendo and stuff. I thought that'd be a little weird. Uh, like Peach, I mean, she with Bowser half the time, so that's her side piece, or maybe Mario's a side piece. I don't know how they doing this, but
She
yeah, I'm
talking
gonna go
about
with
Mario
those.
and Luigi always tag team, but we're not gonna talk about that.
But look, Bowser still,
Listen,
you know,
after Bowser fell in that, bro, they nobody. Listen, not Luigi or Mario could fix them pipes, bro. I'm
at
just gonna
all,
throw that out
at
there.
all. He went ham, and it was just like call your mans to come pick you up, and then
Yeah.
he just chilled out. That's crazy. So okay, fair enough.
Oh man. All right, so let's go. Let's see. Have you ever pretended to be sick to get out of something, or pretended to get out of something just to go play games?
Absolutely, 1,000%, all the time. What? I mean, sometimes you just need a mental break from life, whether if that was school, whether if that was, being sick one day and just like, I can't go to school because I'm sick. And they were like, well, you can stay home, make sure you eat, your noodles and your applesauce and your
Uh
orange
huh.
juice on the video game. Like, got one, downed another one. This is fantastic. I've done it. Unfortunately, I've done it with work where it's just like, you know what? I'm not feeling work today. I'm gonna call out. Anybody from my work listening, I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
Hey,
Um,
all right,
yeah, I 100% have done that.
let's see. Let's see. I don't want to go to that one. Have you ever did
He said every other day I'm faking sick. That's funny.
that don't work when you're married.
I, I can imagine.
Yeah, it definitely does not work. All right, bro. So this is a real one right here for you. If video games did not exist anymore, what would you be doing?
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's
That that
that one right there is a
that's
hitter.
a that's a. I would probably be focusing more on my music, to be
No, this
completely
one here is
honest.
a solo.
I've been playing. I've been a musician my entire life since I was in like elementary school, and I come from a background of everybody on my father's side of the family are musicians. My dad included. So I would probably focus a lot more on my music because that's just something I enjoy. Like it's another stress reliever. So that would have to be my answer.
Oh, hold up. Time out. Musician. In
Yeah.
what manner?
So I play trumpet. I play piano. I have learned how to play bass. My dad, my uncles, my grandfather, on the side, my aunt, they're all like professional musicians, like all of them. My dad worked
Really?
for Warner Brothers at one point. Like they're all big, like in general. So it's like it's just something that I was kind of groomed into, if that makes sense. So I started playing trumpet first, and I started that in the fifth grade, fourth grade, something like that. And I played in every kind of band you can think of: marching band, jazz band, all the bands through middle school, high school, college. Um, I never really played with a specific group. I learned how to play piano off of a punishment. I did something wrong, and my mom was like, "You know what? I'm gonna punish you. I'm gonna make you learn how to play piano." I became the TA that same semester in that high school when I learned how to play because it was just something naturally I was able to do, like just off of rip. So it's just one of my things. I'm not like I'm not like Sax Dragon or anything like that. Like I'm not on that level by far, but like yeah, like it's just one
I
of those
wish I
things
was
where
on
I'm
Sax Dragon's level, man. My man, let me
man.
tell you, that man is overly talented, man.
Yeah, real life, real life stuff.
But I'm jealous of
Um,
you. Hold on. Bro, your punishment was going to learn to play an instrument, bro?
no, 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 because I started like they had me in piano when I was younger, but I hated it. I hated it. So it was just like I'm never playing piano. Like piano was off the record, like I like off the table, get out of here. And then it was just like I did something, I don't remember what it was. And then as that punishment, I talked to my uncle. Yeah, that I'm talking about your brother. I talked to him and he was like, you know what, you should learn how to play piano for the ladies, they really like it. And I was like, do they really? And he was just like, yeah, man, yeah, they love it. And I was just like, you know what, bet. So once I got into class, it was like once I like got the fingering down and like how to actually like cross and do all those things. Like I already could read music because I've been reading music since elementary school. It
Yeah.
was just learning the bass clef and how to use my left hand versus my right hand. So once I learned how to put them together, it was it's just one of those things.
So do
So
you dabble
yeah,
in the singing and anything like that as well?
I am tone deaf. I cannot sing a lick. I can barely like. That's the thing about me. It's very. I'm a very interesting individual. Like I cannot. I can match pitch, but once it comes to like singing a pitch, I can't do it. Like I cannot. Like my voice, I just don't have it. So it's like, well, like sometimes like if you're lingering around or lurking, you'll hear me try and sing. It's just like on stream, it's just like, nah, don't do it. And then the
Yeah.
other thing that's really bad about me, it's very hard for me to remember lyrics to songs. I remember certain specific parts, but I don't think there is one song besides Happy Birthday or something simple that I know all the lyrics to 100%.
So not to throw you under the bus, man, in front of all of these wonderful people out here, but why
That's
did you
fine.
agree? Why did you agree to sing a song if you can't hold a tune? Because you said you was gonna sing for the people.
Yeah, I'll sing for you. I didn't say it was gonna sound good. See, there's a difference here.
So
We
so
did
what
not.
song what song are you doing for the people? Anybody we got a request from his chat or our chat?
Yeah, we're not doing that at all today. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I cannot.
listen.
Look,
I'm
I
gonna
can.
need y'all to join in on this, man. Anybody
Uh-uh.
from Evils or
Nope.
from the Rage Room, who we need a request
Mm-mm.
for him.
Nope. Mm-mm.
You need
I
to
can't
sip a
sing a
little bit
lick.
more. Hey, you need to sip a little bit more, whatever's in that cup there,
Look,
sir.
look, look, look. I'm telling you, right? I can't look. I kid you not. I would not put y'all through that. Like I will try my best to be funny, but I will not put anybody through that torture. Now, if you're just like learn a song on piano or play it on trumpet or something, that's completely different. I got you. I could do that. But
Yeah.
if you're talking about singing, yeah, no, that's dead.
Hey, man, you got some requests here, man.
I
Established
don't know.
said he wants you to
Yeah.
do All For Me, hey, by John Legend. Hey, look over here, man. Look, man.
I'm looking at the chat.
Celine
I
Dion,
see the. Hey, y'all tripping. I hear
it's
ya.
on you, sir. Go ahead and take it
You
away.
to the beat of the drum. Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, even songs that I've heard like millions of times, like for whatever reason, I can't. The lyrics just don't stick with me. Get them to dance.
See,
First of
me and you
all,
seem like
Willie,
opposites.
really? What? How
We
so?
seem like
How so?
opposites. See, me, I'm a vocalist. People would never imagine being like, yo,
Okay.
this dude can really like, bro, I don't need auto tune or anything like that. Like when I say
Okay.
I sing. You seem like the type of dude that can dance. Is that you?
I'm not saying that I can dance. I'm not saying that I can't dance. I can, do a little two step here and there, like if I'm at a place where there's a lot of music going on, and I'm kind of feeling myself, I can throw down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm a dancer though, I'm just kind of here. He said make a
Bro,
band.
look,
I got you.
listen, man. Listen. You be the man behind. Hey, you be the man in the back, man. Listen,
Yeah.
I've been playing drums since I was in the fourth grade. I'm 33 now.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
and I mean that's from playing individuals, from the tenors, from playing the snare, playing the quads, to playing the set. I mean, I've been playing drums forever, man. So we may have to do like some like Twitch making the band type thing, man, and put something together. And then if we
Say
get
less.
Sax Dragon involved and be like, yo, Sax, man, I need you to get out in the front and just let me step in, pulling be the David Ruffin and just kind of slide in,
Give me some chords. I got you. I got
you
you.
know.
I
I
got you.
might slide in there like Eddie Kane Jr. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Fair enough.
oh man. All right, man. So here we go. Here we go. Let me see what else we
Let's
got.
jump back into the questions. Let's get it. Let's go.
Da, 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 da. All right. Have you ever wanted to live in a world from a game, and if so, which one and why?
That's a very fun question. Um, so I've kind of had this question before, but it was anime worlds versus video game worlds. Video game worlds,
Yo, I
definitely not
appreciate
Call of
everybody
Duty,
being here,
definitely
y'all.
not Destiny. They all die in those games. If I were to live in anywhere, it has to be like a chill where like what's that game called? Stardew Valley. Like no, not Sims. I don't want nobody controlling me unless I was controlling everyone. Animal Crossing seems kind of cool. Uh, you know
I
what?
chose
Put
The
me in.
Sims, bro. Listen, you just let me use the code Rose. Let me use the code Rosebud, and I will stay in The Sims all day long. I will always be happy.
I would Final Fantasy. I would definitely go into a Final Fantasy universe. Nah, forget Mario Party. I hate that game. Oh,
Ooh,
I hate that game.
that's interesting though.
Mario Party would be pretty cool though. Do you say Mario Party is the chillest game, Kendall? No, absolutely not. I don't agree with that. I was raging on it last Friday. Was it last Friday? Yeah. But yeah,
Mama Bear
Final
plays
Fantasy. I
Animal
would definitely
Crossing
like to do in a
established.
Final Fantasy, like to be able to cast magic and do stuff like that, like summon GFs or Aeons or whatever. That'd be fantastic,
Hmm.
personally. Like especially Final Fantasy X where they had Blitzball. I don't know if you remember that, but I would love to play that. That'd be fantastic.
Okay, okay. Touche. Let me see what else we got. What else we got? Yo, which video game character do you most wish you were like?
Ooh, now that's a good question. Um, wow. Which video game
No,
character
that's the game that she loves to
would I would
play. She plays
most
it on her
or
Nintendo
see myself?
Switch.
I have no idea. That is a question I have to think about. I mean, in Mass Effect, somebody said you said Princess Peach. Get out of here, Willie. um, um, I don't know. Maybe Shepard from Mass Effect. And the reason I say that is because I think it'd be cool to travel throughout the different galaxies and like do the different universes and through space and stuff. I think that'd be fantastic personally. Even if I understand, he dies at the end, but he gets to travel the universe. I think that's fantastic. So I would like, yeah, Mass Effect, Shepard.
Yeah. You know what I told my wife when I read that question to her and asked her about it, man? I told her I'd be Kirby. I was like, 'cause that motherfucker can eat anything, man. Listen, okay? And he can go about his damn day. She was like, "Oh, you'll never be out the
Yo,
bathroom then, will you?" I was like, "It got nothing to do with
yo,
that."
yo, I'm weak. I didn't even think about Kirby. I mean, Kirby's a good choice though, for sure. He's almost um you can't kill him, I don't think. I mean, I guess you could, but it'd be very hard.
Or Mega Man, bro. I wish that they would remake like make like a current day 2021 Mega Man, bro. I
That
lived
would
on
be
that game as a
interesting.
kid.
That would be interesting for sure. Now that I'm thinking about Sonic, might not be a bad choice either. Like being able to just run as fast as I want, that would be fantastic. Just kind of
So if you could have
zipping
any
around.
video game character be your best friend, who would it be?
Be my best friend. Um, you know what? I'm gonna have to say it, and I have to say this. I'm gonna have to say Luffy from the One Piece New World game. I know you're not big into anime, but I am, and One Piece,
Right.
obviously, One Piece. Um, yeah, I would have to say Luffy from the open world game because having him as my best friend, I would get into a whole bunch of stuff, but I'll be straight though. I'll be good regardless.
Right. It's ironic you brought up Sonic earlier because I told my wife that's exactly who I would have. I said I would never be poor nor hungry again. Listen, I'd be like, yo, hey, I need you to go hit this spot for me real quick. Hey, it opens up. It's only got a 30-second window. Just, gone. Got my money. Yo, you got the little gold coins? Yo, I'd
You
go,
good?
boy, listen. Like, we could just travel into one space into the other, just going through the little coins, bro. Listen, you gotta think the bigger picture, bro. I'm thinking like generational wealth and
Yeah,
stability.
you out here thinking you out here making moves. I'm just making friends. Like that's a good answer though. Like Sonic as a best friend, you would legitimately be able to do whatever you wanted, and he can fight, so you good.
Man, touche. Let's see what else we got. Man, so this question right here, man, listen. If you point fingers, bro, listen, you might pull back a nub. I want you to think about what I said before I ask you this question. If you point fingers, you might pull back a nub. Have you ever seen somebody get really angry when they lose?
Yes. Really angry? Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've seen you when you get mad. You rage. It's the rage room. Nah, but yes, I have. I've seen people throw controllers through windows. Hashtag college. I've seen a lot of different stuff. So I have definitely seen people rage or get to the point. Um, when he look in the mirror. Thanks, Willie. Um, but yeah, I don't. Do I get to that point? If I'm off stream and I'm just kind of like trying to focus in and actually do things like either complete a game 100% or let's use Call of Duty as most recent game I'm playing. Like if I'm doing that offline and I'm trying to like focus in and actually do something, like try something that I've seen or try something different, then yes, I'm gonna rage if I feel like I just got shot and killed by somebody camping in the corner behind the door just waiting for me to walk by. I would absolutely get mad, especially if they had collie sticks or shotguns just sitting there
Mm.
just waiting for me. I would absolutely throw a controller through a window, 100%. Um, I'm not talking about earlier today, but I'm that's just what it is.
Bull crap, I got killed by somebody like that earlier, man.
Me
That dude
too.
pissed me off, man. Listen, matter of fact, it was me. Who was it? It was me, Decisive, and Bearded, man. And the dude would listen.
Crazy.
I listen. It's one thing, bro, to actually like camp. I will sit in the corner if I know you're coming right at me with those Cali sticks, man. I will sit in the corner.
Like
But this dude was legit hanging out in this corner. This dude had a tent pitched and he beat our ass with them Cali sticks, bro. Like, bro, he beat our ass with them Cali sticks like freaking Smokey beat that boy, man, on freaking Friday, man, when they pulled the belt off on him. That dude beat our asses.
don't you hate it though? Like a good Kali stick user is a problem
Yeah.
because
Oh
what
yeah.
it's it's just like it's like they lunge at you like they'll slide cancel into a lunge and it's just like well I'm dead. Sorry, I
Like there's
tried.
nothing I can do.
No, even if you have what's the fastest firing gun? Is that the Finnick maybe? Like close quarters?
Yeah.
I think even if you have a Finnick in like the range of like 10 meters or like 13 meters, you're done. Like regardless of what you have, unless you stun him, and you still might die.
Yeah. Bro,
It's
I
the
feel like
worst.
Kevin Hart's daddy, man. Every time, bro, I get hit with them Cali sticks. You know where he was like, Kevin! He was like, did they just jump me? He's like, octopus? He was like, no, dad. It's just you and him. Like, Bro, like, that's 100% like how I feel when I get hit. Bro, I be trying to figure out, like, which direction am I getting hit from, man? That's why I
You know,
love using them.
but you know what? And to that point right there, you love using them. I use them because the death comms, I will literally turn on my audio just so I can hear the death comms. Because you get the best. You're like, oh my gosh, it's Kali sticks. Or
What's the
you get
best one you
something.
got?
I think the best one, excuse my language. This man with the calmest voice was just like, this son of a bitch got Kali sticks. Like with the calmest voice. And it was like, it was the funniest thing at the moment. I was, I had been drinking, but he was like, this son of a bitch got Kali sticks. Like, and I could just imagine, like, he just looking up at the sky, like, you know what? I'm done with this game. I'm uninstalling it, and I'm just gonna stop playing video games for at least a month.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that is what I
posted mine.
imagine. Did you?
I posted mine, man. Mine was a dude, man. After we was playing and I beat the dude, man, at Red Top, bro. I guess when he after like right after I killed him and it went to DEFCON, bro. My man, you can find it online too. He was like, man, he said I got killed by a motherfucker with sticks, man. I bro, he was like, but you couldn't hear the full part of it, so all you heard it was a motherfucker with sticks. I was like, yeah, man, it just made me feel so good, yo.
Like I've clutched some up with the Kali sticks, and I've had people like at the end try and yell at me. They're like, "You have no skill. You have no." Matter of fact, what was it? 2 weeks ago? It was 2 weeks ago when the dude jumped in my chat and was like, "I'm a bot," because it was my team versus him, and I ended up team wiping him and his boy. With the Kali sticks at the end, we were like on Rebirth. We were over on the other side of Red Top where where Harbor's buy station is, but there's that other place up top on the side of it. That's where
Right.
it was. And he was just like, he came in my chat. He was like, "You're such a bot." He was like, "I'd have more respect for you if you actually used the gun to kill us and blah 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 blah." I was just like, and I was just like, look, we've all went through the blender today. Load
Uh
back
huh.
in, just like I will. We've been through the blender too. I get it. You're pissed. You got hit by some sticks. But I will say, everybody will say this, and I'll take words from Headshot. Well, he was like, "There's no reason, Kali stick should beat a bullet, right?" Fair. But have you ever gotten hit full force with Kali sticks? And this is gonna be me being 100% honest. Like, I've trained in Filipino martial arts, and I have 4 sets of Kali sticks. Like in real life, I've I've competed in the tournament, and everything. One tournament, just one. I messed up my shoulder. I got hurt. But neither
Yeah.
here nor there.
They
But
knew where
neither
to
here
hit you.
nor
That's
there.
why.
Those sticks, if you're getting hit by them full force, will mess you up. Like, I understand it's not gonna stop a bullet, right? I get that, but also getting hit with the things in real life is on a whole nother level. Like, you don't want that, especially somebody that knows how to use them. Have you been? What is it? Have you ever been shot with a bullet? No, I have not, but I have been hit with Kali sticks, and they hurt like crap.
Man. Ugh. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna make you do like some miss. Man, wait till we gonna have a follow up in a year from now, man. You better be on your A game. You better have your vocals ready, bro. You better come out dressed in your white outfit and your black belt, looking like Tum Tum from the Three Ninjas, bro. Ready to freaking kung fu fight somebody. I'm putting you on the spot, man, on our very next one, bro, for
That's
everything.
fine. Well, as far as everything else, the white suit, the black belt, the all of that, I got you, right? But the
Yeah,
vocals, let's talk about that one time for the one time. It's not gonna be good, bro.
bro. Drink more tea. Listen, hey,
I I
drink more
I
warm tea. You'll be
I,
okay.
I have tea right here in this cup.
Oh,
It's
so you
Dr
already ready to
Pepper.
sing? That's what you said. Yo, hey, ladies
No,
and gentlemen, can we
no,
give him a round
sir.
of applause? He said
No,
he's ready.
sir. No, I'm not. No, sir. There's a,
Yes.
there's a few things. Like, I'm a very honest person. There's a few things that I will not do. Right? There's a few things. Singing is one of them because it's not in me. I can write you a poem.
He said I can write you a poem. Does anybody in Evil's chat or the Rage Room want to hear this man at least Hey, either drop 16 bars or go ahead and drop some song. One of the two. Who wants to see it? Can we
No
can we
one.
please get some
See,
vote?
no,
Hey,
thank you.
rewind me. Listen.
My best
You
friend.
gotta
That is
vote
my
the
best
yes. You
friend.
gotta
That
vote
is
the
my best
yes.
friend in real life. He knows. He knows my. He knows it. That is my best friend. He knows that I can't do that. That's what I said. Exactly. Thanks, Dad. No. Exactly.
So you that bad, man?
I'm bad, bro. Like I'm bad, right? Think of the worst singer you probably know, and then add me under him, right? Like
Yeah.
let's
So
call a
like you
spade.
can't like you so bad you can't even sing at church.
No, they would throw me out of the church and tell me to change religion. Like it's bad, bro. Like like see, and thank you, headshot. Nobody want to hear
Oh.
that bullshit. Exactly. Look. I'll call a spade, right? I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. That
Yeah.
is not a friend.
Touche. 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 Touche.
But in a year, if you're trying to, if not even a year, if you want to, get some songs going or whatever, like I got you on piano, I got you on trumpet. I got you. It's just the singing that ain't for me. That
I
ain't for me,
got you.
big dog.
I got you. I got you. So here you go, man. Here you go. These are the words, man, from earlier. Listen,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
this is part of the game right here. You get 2 seconds max. I'm going to say one word, and you have to say the first word that comes to mind. There's only
Right?
like there's only like 12 of them.
Okay.
Okay? You
All
only
right.
get 2 seconds, so no quick, no heavy thinking or anything like that.
All right.
One word. One word. You ready for this? All right. Start off simple. First word, childhood,
Wonderful.
sports,
Tennis.
habits,
Oh wow. Oh, I don't know. I have to. Can I pass that one? Habits. That's a good one.
I would come back to that one.
We'll come back to
Hilarious.
that.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Me.
Annoying.
Also me.
Rub.
Face.
Tug.
Rope.
Big.
Head.
Little.
Forehead.
Snow.
Fall.
Banana.
Delicious.
Girthy.
Hot dog. There we go. Let's go with that. I don't know.
Hey, and last one, Karen.
Stuck up. There we go. Karen stuck up. Oh man, I was not.
Yo.
Headshot and run it out. Ooh, that's funny. That's funny.
Man.
Girthy, that thing. Yo, I'm done with you, bro. Hashtag gonna be
Oh
a
man.
Karen.
Oh.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. That was a good one. I was not ready for those back to back to back.
Oh, Kendall, I apologize. Not that her name is Karen, but situations that evolve around Karen.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Kendall.
If you and your friends are anything like me and mine, listen, I know that y'all have the best laughs though. No lie.
Oh yeah,
I know y'all
absolutely.
do.
Absolutely. Digimon Forever. Digimon is fantastic, OG. I'm not gonna lie to you. The story is better
Hold
than
on, so
Pokemon.
Digimon or Pokemon?
See, are we talking about? See, I have to ask this. Are we talking about the video game or the show? Those are two
You talking
different
the
things.
show?
The show, I'll give it to Digimon. The story is way better. Um, the story is way better. Yeah. The only for Pokemon, the only, in my opinion, right? In my opinion,
Yeah.
before y'all slaughter me. In my opinion,
Thank you, bearded one.
the story is more complex. I love the different evolutions. I love like Pokemon is just kind of it was rinse and repeat every season. The best ones were the first season and then the Johto journey with the Orange Islands. Those were the best to me. If
Benny
we're
and
talking
OG,
about
I'm voting y'all off the island.
video games are Pokemon 100%. But if we're talking about the show, I have to go Digimon. He said, "You're out, Beardy. Don't do that."
So hold on, bro. First and foremost, I know you ain't been drinking that damn much. It's Pokemon.
No.
Let's settle that damn debate right now. It's Pokemon.
If we're talking about video games specifically, I agree with you 100%. But if you're talking about the complexity of the shows, Digimon to me was more fluid, in my
It
opinion.
was. It was. But I'm gonna vote Pokemon just because my wife is all about Digimon, and I will forever be Pokemon over here. You know,
Fair
Team
enough.
Rocket over here. Oh shoot! Hashtag Team Rocket. Let's go. I see it in the chat. Yo, let's go.
Pokemon. Yeah, Team Rocket. I mean, like look, I like Team Rocket. Jesse and James were a bit dumb. Like I respect them. Like they was just like, forget all this Pokemon stuff. Pulled out an actual rocket launcher and was like, let's get down to business.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, though, like I enjoy Digimon. Digimon ran for 2 seconds. That's not true at all. Do you know how many seasons of Digimon there is?
It's only like 20 seconds worth.
No, no. There's multiple seasons that are legit. Like I think season 1, 2, 3, and 4 were probably the best. But that's more than Pokemon because Pokemon only had what season 1 and 2 maybe.
Don't
My
be talking.
opinion,
Listen,
right?
man. Don't be disrespecting Pokemon, bro.
Like no disrespect, I love Pokemon. I grew up on the red and blue version, like when they first came out. Like I love Pokemon, but also
All right,
exactly
Evil.
20
We gonna
seconds
get
worth.
personal here. You ready for this?
I'm pretty good. See you later, Ding. I appreciate you vibing out with us. Yes, I'm ready.
We gonna get personal with this one, man. I've already told my stream this one 1,000 times before.
Uh-oh.
What is the one food? The one food. You can only say the name of the food that a woman speaks of when y'all are engaged in the bedroom. What's the one food she mentions?
The one food.
You want me to tell you what food my wife mentions?
Sure, yeah.
My wife, and I don't understand why, man. She always mentions donut for Raw. She's always like donut, donut, donut. So I'm like, okay, donuts. See, that one went up. So, hey, so, so we what?
No, I am weak right now. Okay, I'm with you.
So what's that one food that she would mention in the bedroom with you, bro? What is that one food? Yo, G said bye, yo. Bearded one said McDonald's. Yo.
Ooh, that's funny. He said you're canceled. He said I'm done. He said, all right, I'm gonna head out. I don't think.
Come on, man. What would be that one
Ah,
food she would mention? What would be that food, bro? Let's hear it.
I don't know, bro. Like that's I don't know, man. He said, "Y'all, wow." um, this is gonna be super personal. So if you're, part of my family, whatever, y'all gotta dip out for a sec. And this is a true story. I had one person that I was dating at one point. So dad, head out or close your ears, one of the two. Um, and this is I apologize, chat, but
Stop
one
judging me,
girl
Benny and
named
OG.
my fun zone, Long John Silver, after the restaurant. In real life, I'm not
Oh,
joking with you. I'm not joking with you. So
I guarantee you, as soon as she said Long John Silver, this man was like Captain D's at your order. Like,
so we can in real life that's a true thing.
oh God, bro, I'm so done.
I mean, you said food, bro. So I mean, that's the only thing that I can think of.
Oh, bro, I'm so
Oh,
dead, man.
I
Oh
wasn't
man, I
expecting
really
it. You
do
were just
appreciate
like,
you being a guest too, man. Like I've
absolutely,
enjoyed
bro.
it. Um, is there anything, man, about you, man, on a personal level that you would like to share with anybody, man?
Um, On a personal level, like if we're reeling it back in, like I said, I'm a very down to earth guy. I like to have fun. I like to keep it light because when I'm at work, it's always, professionalism, professionalism, professionalism at all times. So it's like, and since I'm on call 24/7, it's like I always have to be in that mindset. But it's like for me, I'm
Oh,
like
gee, what the
in my
heck?
opinion, my friends can say like I think I'm a pretty chill, down to earth guy. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to, just enjoy the moment, um, and try to make the best of every situation that I can. So, I mean, that's really all I can. That's really all about me. Like I said, I'm an open book. Like if you have a question, like I said, excuse me, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Whether it's what is your well, excuse me, what is your opinion of this or what is your opinion of that? Like whether it goes from like relationship advice or what have you. I I I try to put myself in that other person's or that the other person's view and like try and see it from their perspective. So like that's one thing about me. I try to see the situation as a whole. I didn't used to do this, but I like to try to see situations no matter what it is as a whole and try and focus in on that if that makes sense. So that's something personal about me. I can be very emotional. I try not to be emotional, but as a man, that's just what it is. I know sometimes we're brought up not to be emotional, but I can be very emotional and like I wear my feelings on my sleeve sometimes. So like when I rage, it's out of I know I can do better type stuff. So that's just a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm probably one of the smartest dumb people you'll ever meet in real life. And the reason I say that is because how I act on a personal level versus how I am on a non-personal level are two different things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you'll never know I do what I do just from talking to me. Let's say here, like, if I haven't mentioned, you would never know that, like, I'm an actual smart person. And I've
I'm
been
the
told
same
that. It's
way,
just,
man. Very
yeah.
intellectual.
Yeah, I like having debates. I love having debates actually. Like that's one of my favorite things. I like to prove people wrong. That's another thing about me.
Yeah.
Um so that's something from me. But what about for you? Like for my chat, like who hasn't been exposed to you? Like do you have anything personal you want to share with, my community or your community even?
I always tell people, man, I'm big into history. Like I'm one of the people that's really big into history, and it's not just Black history. I'm interested in all history, but I come from a long line from two grandfathers who were pastors. So
Okay.
um, I'll dive back, man, a little while back. back in um, back in 1908, my grandfather was born.
Okay.
Nathaniel Harmon Jones. Everybody calls him Reverend N.H. Jones, and anybody could look him up. I've always, most people when we were kids, like, when you had to do like your Black History reports and stuff at school and things like that, and you had to pick somebody to write over. People would always be,
Mhm.
yo, Jackie Robinson or Muhammad Ali or Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. I used to do mine every single time over my grandfather, Reverend N.H. Jones. And the reason being, a lot of people don't take into consideration in the state of Oklahoma, my grandfather, who, like I said, he was born in 1908 and he passed in 98. He lived to be 90 years of age before he was called home. And
Okay.
he was a civil rights activist. He marched with Dr. King himself.
Okay.
My grandfather, there's a place here in Lawton, Oklahoma, which is Fort Sill, Oklahoma. There's a place called Dodo Park. And it was one of those places where African Americans were not allowed to go to whatsoever. It was a
Okay.
park that was, and I don't mean anything, disrespect to anybody in chat, but it was for Caucasians only. It was, if you were African American, you were not allowed to be there. I remember watching after my grandfather had passed, and the mayor actually ended up renaming, which is Roosevelt Street here. They renamed it N.H. Jones Avenue now after my grandfather. But I remember watching the video that the mayor had posted, and it was on the news back in '98. Of I seen my mother marching with her picket sign in '64 next to my grandfather, for equality for all. um, for everybody to be allowed to go to Dodo Park and things like that. And believe it or not, a lot of people seen his point of view in it. And the owner of the park, believe it or not, actually closed it down. And they had this beautiful, beautiful, from what I was told, there was a roller skating rink in there, and there were the wooden floors that they had. They said that she actually took them out of there and had them put into her home. But they closed it down for the simple fact that they, even with everybody, when things were changing, she still did not want African Americans in that park. And so my grandfather was also known by the name of Lobo, which means Black Wolf, because he was a heavyweight fighter. You can look him up once again, y'all. Reverend N.H. Jones. And he did he was a boxer. I mean, he was just amazing, man. I mean, I wish there was so many things I could tell you. For the fact of he was also they called him the Godfather of the NAACP of here in the state of Oklahoma. And to this day, man, my grandfather has been gone for 23 years. I became a Patriots. That reason how I know, man, because I became a Pats fan the same year that we lost him, and it was also the same year that my niece was born, my first niece, she's 23 now. But he did so much. It didn't matter if you was black, if you were white, if you were brown. He didn't care, man. He marched these streets, man. He would walk a lot of the young African Americans to the schools and stuff like that to help get them enrolled when they started integrating, and integrating us together as a whole instead of by color, So I appreciate everything that he did. A lot of people don't know that. I'm really gung ho when it comes to history, because if you don't know your history, your history plays a lot in your present. And if you're
Yep.
not living in the present, then you have no future. A lot of y'all just missed what I said. If
That's
you
very true.
don't pay attention to your history, then you have no present. And without the present, you have no future.
That's very true.
So, um, but I'm also a huge family man too. That's why you kind of see me keep looking. Cause listen, I always got to make sure, man, that the wife is good. But I'm trying to make sure she don't hit me either, man. But I'm a huge family man. I'm fortunate enough to still have my mother, still have my father. Um, Up until 6 years ago, we were 5 generations deep. I had my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, me, and my children. There was 5 generations of us 6 years ago
Wow.
walking this earth.
That's
And
wild.
I lost my grandmother in 2015. Turn around and I lost my great grandmother in 2016, who lived to be 96. And then
Mhm.
turned around the very next year, 2017, I lost one of my grandfathers. And then 2019, I buried my last biological grandmother, because I still have one who's like my maternal. She was like my mom's adopted mother. So
Mhm.
it's been a rough few years, because it seems like every year, man, I've buried somebody like grandparent wise, and it's like now the only person that I really have left is the grandmother I just told you about, and then my
Mhm.
mother's father, who was in Kentucky. Other than that,
Okay.
man, it's been a rough 6 years, but that's a little bit about Spook, man. I'm a historian. I love history. You
Okay.
know, I definitely love history.
That's wonderful, man. Like I see, I'm the opposite. Like I'm not a big history. Like I understand like what you're saying. You got to know your history, to move forward
Right?
in the future, like for sure. And I history was never my strong suit. Like I'm more of a unfortunately a mathematics and physics type of person.
Hey, can we
So
get a shout out for Evil
that's
Gods,
that.
please, somebody?
And now that you say that, I kind of want to little expand, if that's okay with you. I know you probably
Yeah,
have
go ahead,
something.
go ahead.
I was gonna say a little bit more so, I guess, on that kind of level. Like for me, like I said, math and physics. I just a little history about me. I got my bachelor's in computer engineering and my master's in cybersecurity, and like I'm really good when it comes to like mathematics and physics and like the way my brains work. But once I see words, man, and I'll tell anybody this that comes into my chat, if I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. I cannot say words. I get tongue tied, I get twisted, and I don't do it on purpose. And like Willie or whoever's been in my chat, they know like if somebody new comes in and I say their name wrong, just roll with it, because either roll with it or correct me
Yeah.
because I apologize. But words like even your name, I used to say, what did I say, spoopy or I used to that's what I used to call you, and like that's what I just was just like spoop because it was just like oh it's spooby not spoopy, and it's just like it's hard for me to say words sometimes, and I don't mean anything by it, but that's just kind of how I am. So I'm like when I say that I'm not kind of opposite, it's like that that's I guess my side of the brain that deals with like your history, your English, your things of that nature. I just don't, you know, that it's just not. It just doesn't click sometimes. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Beat you to it.
Darn it! And I
Listen,
can't
bro, you
type.
can't you can't be first for anything, man.
Like, look, I'm gonna tell you this. This is a fun fact, right? Like, I also code, right? Like, I am a coder. Like, I do that on a regular basis, and outside of coding, I type very slow. Don't ask me how that works. If I'm coding something and I'm trying to, make sure it makes sense, I can code, I can type as fast without looking. But once it comes down to like actually typing sentences and words and stuff, I can't do it. Like I'll just be like, okay, headshot Willie. Okay, there's a H,
Hey
there's a
Willie,
E,
thank you
there's a
seriously for that,
A.
man.
Like it's I don't know. It's just very it's just weird.
So hold on, Evil. How tall are you, bro?
5'11".
You're 5'11"?
5'11".
He taller than me. He taller than me, man. Spoob is 5'6". That's without my pumps on, okay? If I put the pumps
Hey,
on,
if you put the pumps
I
on,
may be like 5'9", depending on what size I want to go with.
my man, my man hit me with the with the pumps though. Oh man, yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm not that big. I'm not that big, unfortunately, but 5'11".
Man, why was I hoping this man was gonna be like, man, like 5'2", 5'3"?
First of
But
all, Willie, I'm not 5'9", and you know that. Just because you 6+ doesn't mean anything. Get out of my face, meanie. It's always the taller people that look down on us, man. I hate it.
so where do you see your content creating days going? Like, what is your overall accomplishment that you want to achieve?
Oh, that's a fantastic question, and I've gone over this a lot in my head. And at first, right, like when I first started streaming, it was just like in content creating, it was just like I wanna make it big. Like just a broad overall, like I wanna make it big. But now that I've been in the trenches and like I understand what everything that comes with content creating and like how many different roles because you're your own brand, like you're your own business essentially, like you have to make sure everything is running. If you're not doing anything, your content and you're not going to grow, you're going to stay stagnant, like you'll never start growing. So for me, honestly, I want to enjoy the journey, man. Like, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but like I've met so many fantastic individuals just on like the year and a half that I've been streaming, like it 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 changes my perspective. Like, and I've made good friends, and that's the thing. Like, that's why it's like when people just like, we should network. And I'm just like, yeah, networking is cool, but I also want to build relationships and make friends. Like, I want to be able to like hit you up and be like, what's going on today? I can't play because, or I can't stream because I got this going on. Like, being able to like have that
Dipping
relationship
my
with
little
other
crown and
content
coat, bro.
creators, like to just kind of have a normal conversation. Because what I realize, no matter what, like no matter how big you are or how small you are, you're still a person at the end of the day. Like, like if you're gonna sit here and belittle somebody because you're bigger, you got more followers, you got more subscribers, viewers, like you're not the kind of person I want to be around. Like how we're just sitting here vibing out, just chatting. That's what it's about. Like making these relationships, building, enjoying, the journey with each other instead of rushing to the end and just be like, we made it. I want to be able to sit back and be like, we made it, but look, think of all the pit stops we took before. Look, think of all the failures. And the reason I point out failures because without failures you'll never grow. And I was been told that since I was a child. Like without failure, like without attempting to do something you don't know how to do, you'll never grow. You're always gonna be in
Absolutely,
a
Benny.
state of complicity. Like you're just gonna be complacent at all times.
Yep.
So in my opinion, it's where do I see myself or what's my end goal? Yes, everybody, that's a content creator wants to quote unquote make it. I have specific goals. So one of my goals is I want to be able to compete in a Call of Duty tournament, one of the big ones with the big wigs, and be able to hold my own. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go out here and crush Biffle, Aiden, Joe Woe, and all these other people that are amazing. I just want to be able to get the invite and and be able to hold my own there. And then also, like, as a content creator, I just want to have fun with it. I want to enjoy the journey. I want to, continue building these relationships and, continue, as people say, networking. But in my opinion, like I said, making friends, building relationships. That's kind of what I want to do. And I want to see how far I can take this, because I feel like I'm at a point in my life where, as far as my career goes, I'm okay, right? Like, I'm good. So it's like I can do that and still do this. And I want to see how far I can take this within the next few years, let's say 4 or 5 years, and then reevaluate, like, how far I've come, where am I in life, like, what's going on? Should I continue doing this? Should I not? It's just one of those things. I want to reevaluate in about 4 or 5 years and then just be like, okay, this is where I am. Should I be more career driven at this point and kind of just backseat the streaming, or should I continue going? You know what I mean? So those are my goals. Just kind of to have fun with it, enjoy the journey, and meet people, build relationships, and enjoy myself. Really.
I
How
respect
about
that
yourself?
100%, man. I respect that 100%. I've met my best people through gaming, streaming. I've met some of the best people, people that I really call brothers, people that call on me, when they feel like they're at their absolute weakest, and it makes me feel like, I'm that, what's the best word I can say? I am that temple, man, that, of sanctuary that they can go to, man, because they know that, I feel like I'm an ambassador, for the highest of the highest up there, from our Lord and Savior. So the vessel that He's made me in my life to be here for people, because there's people, man, that's hit me up constantly. Hey, can you pray for me? Hey, can you do this
Hmm.
for me? Hey, I need good vibes this way. And there's times, that look, I'm down, man, and I'm like, yo, I've had enough, man. And they've talked Spooby off the ledge, because I was like, man, I'm done with this stuff. Like the certain things start getting to you. Like when I started
Hmm.
getting hate rated, bro,
Man.
and bro, and then I was like, it was one thing to get hate rated, and then it was another thing, man, to get hate rated with, like 1,000 bots coming in calling me the N word, with a hard R, and
Right.
Twitch, you're allowing this stuff to happen and things like that, man. And, and I had a stream and I had my wife that was telling me, hey, you can overcome this, you can do this. I
Hmm.
had great mods like Money Benny, who was like, yo, Spook, hey, use this site. This will help you to take care of the stuff that's coming in here, and get
Hmm.
these people out of your stuff, man. I've had people trying to ruin me for so much, man. People don't like the fact of a lot of us have come up, from the same type of
Hmm.
backgrounds, but at the end of the day, I've never accepted defeat. I have never accepted defeat. I've never accepted the fact to be complacent with my current situation. I'm an
Hmm.
entrepreneur. Nobody can ever tell me anything that I don't work hard for what I do, because everything that I do it with these two hands right here, man. If it's my streaming network, I do it with these two hands. I run and operate my own merch and apparel company. I do it with these own two hands right here. My
Hmm.
wife, I handle her with these two hands right here. So all my
Yeah.
work that I do, don't judge me on that last one, but all my work that I
Hey,
do
man.
is
Hey,
with,
hey, I hear you. Hey, I hear you.
you
If you have a
know.
question, go ahead and ask it.
But yeah, but seriously though, hey, so at this point in time though, y'all, because we are about an hour and 47 minutes into the stream, about these last 15 minutes, man, of the podcast, I would absolutely love to hear some questions from either stream. This is the reason why I put this podcast together, y'all, is not for the fact of it's going to benefit me as an individual. I wanted to do this because I have an amazing community. The MFN Rage Room is absolutely amazing. I know everybody says that about their own communities, but I want to do everything that I can to share you guys, with other people that are like minded and people that have different opinions, and Evil is definitely one of the people that I have respected. I've told him on several times. I've tried to recruit this man. He's he's still doing me dirty, man. Like the chick that's at the bar that you trying to talk to, and you done spent like $100 buying her drinks, and the chick still won't go home with you. That's evil. How he treat me right now.
What you
I've
talking
been
about,
trying to
Willie?
bring I've been trying to bring this dude home. Like, man, listen, I got him on the mod team. I got him on the mod team. So listen, I got him listen, I at least got his feet. I got him keeping a t-shirt and some shorts over here in my place. Let's go ahead and
Oh
get the
my.
rest of it going. You know what I'm talking about? So, but let's see what the questions really are though, y'all. Anybody that's in the rage room, anybody that's the evils, hey, I'd love to hear it though.
Kendall has a good question. Good question. You see it?
What is
Let me
one
show it.
thing you tell the younger generations of BPOC kids about chasing their dreams and dealing with racial hate? As a middle school teacher, a ton of my students' dreams are to be YouTube streamers. In my personal opinion, I would never crush their dreams.
Hmm.
Even if you see the bigger picture for their lives, encourage them in things that they want, but then when you encourage them, it's like wanting to be a YouTuber, a YouTube and streamer and things like that. Encourage them that, you know what, listen, you can do this, but at the same time, and if this is just me personally, I always have that fallback thing. I have 9 children. For if anybody that doesn't know, me and my wife have 5 children, and then I have 4 children that was before my marriage, and I would encourage them 100%, and that's the best way that I can say it, is to always have something to fall back on. If you don't have anything to fall back on, then you're doing yourself an injustice. But don't crush their dream, because listen, they people look at where we're at today. Our parents used to tell us all the time, conversation we just had earlier,
Hmm.
that playing them video games aren't going to get you anywhere. Well, I see millionaires that are out there, due to playing video games and things like
Yep.
that. So times are always changing, and especially because the generation that's upcoming right now is a generation of technology. So
Hmm.
technology is always going to be here, and unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but fortunately, it's going to advance. It is going to advance way beyond the years that I'm here and Evil's here and any of you are here. I'm talking about next generation. It's going to advance. So continue to encourage them. If that's what they want to be, let them know these are the steps that you got to take. But also have something that you can fall back on. If you want to be into YouTubing and streaming, maybe you want to get something, some type of career in graphic designing or web designing, something that complements them wanting to be a YouTube streamer and things like that. So that's me personally. Evil, what's your take on it?
See, you just hit on exactly what I was about to say. I was going to say you got to think about the transferable skills here. And all of the skills that come with content creating, like, yeah, definitely encourage them, but also explain to them the other avenues, or what content creating is as a whole, because it's, again, as we talked about, it's not just hitting the go live button. You have to become a businessman. You got to
It
figure
is
out
not
merch. You got
dab
to figure
time.
out, branding. You have to figure out, like you said, graphic design, like you have video editing. Like, these are all transferable skills that will net you, money down the road. So, like you said, they're growing, like, these guys are growing up in a generation of technology. So it's like this is what they're surrounded by. So again, like you said, encourage them, but also explain to them that there are other transferable skills. Oh, you can do that overlay. Okay, so take that overlay and use that same concept and do that with this image. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, if you can video edit, okay, well, you can video edit. Well, let's take that from video games and put it somewhere else, because, like, I always go back to the, what is the quote? It's like, never judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. you know like, everybody has their own skills, and if this is something that they see that they want to do, we should absolutely encourage them, and we should absolutely, like, explain to them, like you said, you see the entire picture, so explain to them in the entire picture. It's just like, okay, well, this is what comes and this what goes into streaming. Like, and, I'm not, a teacher or anything, but, I don't know, I know you have lesson plans and yada yada yada, but if, like, if you're talking to a one-on-one or something, it'd be like, okay, this is what you want to do. Awesome. Are you sure you want to do this? Okay, awesome. And then, explain to them like, okay, this is what it's going to take to get here. Because again, it's not just hitting the go live button. Like, this is an expense. Like everything that we have, like it's taking time to get. Like even down to the lighting, or the position of the things that are in our backdrop or what have you. It's all intermingled. Um, I don't know why the echo is back, but yeah, that's how I feel. Like like definitely, like you said, definitely encourage them. And you hit on the point. The skills are transferable.
Yep.
I'm a sped teacher. There's a lot of things working against these kids these days with their like, fair enough. I mean, but again, as long as, in my opinion, as long as you're being open and honest with them in how things work, I see that as a win. I mean, because you never want to discourage a child, especially if they have a dream of doing something or seeing something that they want to do. We just got to tap into it. Like, okay, if this is what you want to do, boom. How do we progress from here?
Prime example, football season last year. Who all remembers the young man who had nubs on hands, and it was football
Yeah.
season with the commercials, and this kid was over there playing Xbox. He had this special, it was a pad. It was an Xbox controller, but it was a pad about this big, and he was able to use his nubs and hold the controls and doing everything that he had to do, to play the game. So there's always possibility. And that kind of comes back around to what I said earlier about this is a generation of technology. Things
Yep.
are going to change, things that we would have seen on the Jetsons. And I'm not being funny when I say this. You've seen on the Jetsons and like
Hmm.
what was the one Jason in Space? You remember that?
Yep.
Where they were healing people and stuff like they was like instant with the nanites and things like that.
Hmm.
This stuff is. I personally believe this stuff is coming. We're living in dark days, but technology is going to continue to advance, and that's going to help out. A lot of these kids, that deal with special needs and things like that.
Absolutely.
So OG said, does the round table see more guests in its future? Because I know we would like to see more of this energy more often. Actually, the round table is going to be going every Friday. Every Friday. Let me requote that again. So the first Friday of each month, the second Friday, third Friday will be the round table. And then my ultimate goal is on the fourth Friday of each month is to get all three of my guests back in and all four of us have a sit down and just kind of talk about, things that we went over in the podcast and things like that. That's my goal. So it's pretty much a recap. Like my full seasons, every month is going to be a new season. I really want to take this to the next level and really help, connect our community with other communities. Like that is my goal right there. This isn't for personal gain, anything like that. I said it earlier today. We have awesome communities. Why not share it with others? Everybody. So this is my community. Oh, well, I don't want to go raid or host this person because you may like this person more and you may not be,
Yeah. Bump all
in
that.
my stream and stuff like that. Listen, if you leave my stream to go hang out in Evil stream, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tip my hat to him because I know I put up good content, and that's how I feel. So if you're going and doing that in his stream, I know he's putting up better content. Now I want to match his energy,
Yep.
and it's a building blocks for us. We feed off of that
Hmm.
energy off of one another, and that's what growing these communities does.
Hmm.
That's exactly what it is, and we're integrating these communities.
Like, and off of that, I never want anybody, especially like from my community or your community, to feel like, oh, well, I'm gonna go watch him instead of you. That's fine. Do it, because at the end of the day, it's helping one of us. It's staying in our community. Like, yes, we have our individual communities, but like you always say, it takes a village, right?
Takes the
So
village.
like it's still helping. It's still, we're still promoting each other, because he gets more views, he gets more followers, subscriptions, whatever. Like, that doesn't matter to me. That motivates me to wanna, okay, I need to step my game up. I need to get that. I need to get them back. How can I do that? What is he doing that
Mm-hmm.
I'm like? And it's not a competition. It's not nothing like that. It's literally, I'm using him as a bouncing board. It's just kind of like, okay, he's doing this. Okay, I want to do this. Like, let's help each other. And if I have questions, I'm gonna go like, okay, Spoo, when you do this, what are you doing? Like, because I'm not afraid. Closed, what is it? Closed mouths never get fed. Like,
Closed mouths don't get fed.
and name one successful person that didn't have help. Name one. Every successful person in this world has had help in some shape or fashion. That's just what it is. So for everybody that's thinking, oh, I can do this on my own, I mean, maybe, but you should definitely reach out to people if you need help. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just my personal opinion on that. Like, yeah, sorry, I just wanted to piggyback off of you. And then
Nah, you're
Willie,
good, man.
Willie had a question for you. He said, "Where do you see the Rage Room in the next 5 years?"
So in the next 5 years, in all honesty, man, I really see myself, like I said, being at that pivotal point of being, the person that's continuing to doing what I'm doing now, man. Like my goal for this is I'm gonna be successful, but I'm only as successful as everybody else that I keep around that's within my circle.
Hmm.
So I like I said, this community right here, it's a vessel. I really use this community as a vessel because, like I said, the things we have done, you know, I can vouch for the Rage Room. They've been here for. I told y'all earlier how I lost my grandmother in 2019, and then I lost my grandfather. I lost my grandfather in 2017. The Rage Room was here for me, and that's what it came down to. I had like four communities came together. Do you know that between my community and the other content creators that I have networked with, they bought my plane tickets. They bought all of my food while I was down there to get for me to get to Oklahoma down to Florida. They literally paid for everything. I did not have to worry about anything other than passing clearance at the airport and making it there safely. So and that's what came, from networking. It was nothing more than that. I'm the same person I am today that I was yesterday and I was, 4 years ago. Some of these people have been with me, since 3 years ago or 4 years ago when I started on Mixer. They still riding with me. They still keep it as 100 as they can with me. So in 5 years from now, man, I'm going to continue to be that vessel. Excuse me. Because if I'm not being that same vessel in 5 years that I am now, then I cheated myself and I went against my own odds on what I said this community is all about. So
Hmm.
I feel myself being that bridge in 5 years. And it's gonna be, in 5 years, like constantly trying to keep up with the chat, like, hey Spook, how did you do this? Yo, listen, hit me in Discord. I will take the time, today as a person that has 1,600 followers, to say maybe if I had 16,000, in 5 years, I'm gonna be the same Spooby as I am now then,
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, that's who y'all fell in love with. That's who y'all came back here for every single
Yep.
day. Y'all love
Yep.
those vibes. So 5 years from now, my goal is to be the exact same, but to have a broader base to put you guys in front of, and introduce you guys to.
Nothing but facts, yo.
I
Nothing but
seen something
facts.
else over here too. Give me 1 second. Viewer
I just
questions
want
for
to
the round
say
tables are welcome.
thank you to my dad and Headshot Willie. I appreciate all the kind words, you guys. But Headshot Willie, I just want to let you know you're gonna be up here with us. Don't even cheat yourself out. Um,
Who's your dad?
TTYME4.
Bro, you couldn't just say tea time?
Words, man. We just went over English.
I
We just
know.
went over this. We just went over this. We just went over this. But yeah, that's my
Oh,
dad. That's my actual father in real life.
I missed your question, OG. What can you retype it for me real quick? Because I think it went too far up. Yo, Blaze, man, I'm not ignoring you either, man. Yo, bless, brother. Appreciate you being here as always. Blaze is another prime example. Believe it or not, I met Blaze some years back. Seriously, some years back. Come to find out, man, me and this man live like 2 hours away from each other. Me and Mama Bear went down to San Antonio to celebrate our 13-year wedding anniversary, which,
Hmm.
me and my wife, we've been married for 13 years and we've been together for 15 years. And so I actually had the opportunity, what we was talking about, Evil, about building, these forever, friendships and brotherhoods and
Hmm.
things like that. I actually had the opportunity for a man that I admire, and I've always called Blaze a big brother. I had the opportunity, me, him, my wife, and his wife all met up on me and Mama Bear was on our way back home from our anniversary in San Antonio. Him and his wife treated us out to, man, one of the best Mexican dinners, man, and then or Mexican lunch. Let me rephrase that, man. And then ended up, man, putting away 2 Long Island iced teas. And he should have been a better big brother, but he was like, okay, hey, see y'all, go get on the highway. We'll see you when you get home. Like, man, you just gave me this alcohol and you want me to, so I'm out there like, yeah.
That's funny.
But that's the type of forever stuff, man, that I'm looking forward to. OG's been here. It's one of my day ones right there. OG's up in Canada.
Oh wow.
Before COVID, we've been planning, him coming down. He's this guy right here is an amazing entrepreneur, man. If you've seen the tattoo work that this man does alone, like, bro, his tattoo game is crazy. So he owes me and Mama Bear some tattoos, which we've been waiting on. I don't really like needles no more because all the doctor's appointments I've been going to. But I'm going to suck it up. Listen, I'm going to be high. I may get some of that tonic again and just pass out and wake up. But I don't want to do that, man, because I may wake up with like a wee-wee or something tattooed on my forehead and I'm going to be pissed off, so.
That's hilarious. Oh man. Listen, I know some of these.
Oh yeah, I will show y'all. Let me send it to my dang fly Nat, man. Let me see if I can pull the picture up real quick and I'll show you guys. I showed it to Evil earlier to show you guys. Anybody that's in both communities, I'll show you how well the gentleman captured my intro, and I'll let y'all see this here. Hold on 1 second, right here. Let me forward that to myself real quick. Bada bing. So I'm gonna play. They can see my stream still right now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So check this out.
Good half bloom. How are you doing today, my guy? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. And OG, I did spell it out. Words. That's just me being honest.
So if you tell your stream real quick, man, this is the end. I'm gonna show y'all the intro video again, and I want y'all to see this. Here we go. For those of y'all that did not make it from the beginning, here's the intro video. Oh, I lied. Hold on, wrong one.
Oh no, that's my video.
Yep, I stopped it.
I
stopped
seen
it.
that. I seen that.
I stopped
like,
it.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, all right. Let's try this
That's
again.
funny.
Now that I can
That's
read the right
funny.
one. So, here's the intro video.
That's still dope. That joint fire.
And the video the one that he's discussing, I'll see if y'all can see this real quick. I'm going to share my screen for a quick second. This is what he was talking about how well he captured my video right there, the picture.
Do I have to hit watch? Yeah, there we go, y'all. Oh, look at the lovely couple.
There he goes. Come on. Show them. Oh, hold on. I know why he's doing it.
I was about
it's
to
my
say,
fault.
it was up a second ago.
There we go. Now I got it up there. All right. So that's how well he captured the outfit and everything. Just wanted to share it with you guys. And of course, man, for those of y'all that don't know, that's my beautiful Mama Bear. That has been, we have been involved since our teenage years. We've been through our 20s. And like I said, now, we're in our 30s and stuff like that now. So back
Nothing
there.
wrong with that at all, my guy. Who's that?
Man.
You got your
So,
walk down.
so we are, y'all. We are at the end of getting ready to wind it down. But before we wind it down, I want to give a huge shout out again to my dude Evil Gods over here. Thank you so much, T Time. Big shout out to my dude Evil Gods.
Hey
And
man, I
let me
appreciate it.
show y'all, man. Let me show y'all just a little snippet, a little razzle dazzle, of this man's content that he's putting out for you guys. I hope y'all enjoy what we about to put up. Here we go with Mr. Evil
Razzle
Gods.
dazzle. One second, y'all.
Stay there, stay there.
I think the audio was off, by the way.
Good shit, boy.
On the video.
I like your logo. Yeah, bitch.
He said fantastic. Hey, I appreciate that, baby.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I had a great time. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm glad that he definitely reached out. We did this. It was absolutely fantastic.
It's a great way, man. Like I said, it's a great way for us to really combine our community, man. A lot of people have to get out of that mind state of me, and think of our. You know,
Exactly.
there's so many there's so many, seats at the table that we can all eat at, man. But we have to be able to lift each other up.
Hey, let's go with the tier 1 gift. I appreciate that. OG, you gave it to Decisive. Appreciate you, my guy. You said definitely you guys inspired me. Hey, Willie, you inspired me. You keep me on my toes, my guy. You already know. You already know that you keep me on my toes. Y'all make me want to be better. Hey, man. You make me want to be better, Bearded. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, I take something from everybody that I sit here and watch. I appreciate that gifted OG. That you have to do that. Like I said, vibe out to the free, my guy. But I appreciate you giving that over to Decisive. She absolutely deserves a subscription. And the emotes.
Okay, you nice.
Them Kali sticks.
Cali stick.
No, I have a whole Kali stick. I have a whole Kali stick video of me just beating people to death with Kali sticks. Because at one point, that's all like I was running at. Like legit. So the reason why the sound alerts aren't working right now is because on this scene I did not add the sound alerts because I didn't want the sound alerts to interfere with the stream or with the podcast and the questions and stuff. So I do have all of that stuff does work. It's just I didn't add that the audio stuff to this scene specifically.
Right here. Let's go.
You said Eagle Sticks. I hate them. I know you hate the Kali sticks, Willie.
This shit.
All right, that's the end. Wonderful.
Y'all, we back at it. We back at it. So first and foremost, man, like I said, I really appreciate the ones that were able to really stick around and actually take in the podcast. I'm new to this. Like I said, this was my absolute very first one. I enjoyed it. I learned some things about Evil that I did not know. A Tea Time 4. Hey, respect to you, sir, for raising a real king out here in these hard world.
Hey,
I really do have nothing but respect for you, sir, because it starts from the root of the tree before the leaves that are up in the that's on the branches. So you were definitely those roots, my friend. Excuse me, sir. You are not my friend, sir. Excuse me. Respect, respectfully. Big shout out seriously to everybody that tuned in, from Evil's community over to the Rage Rooms community. I had an absolute blast today.
yes,
Absolute blast, Evil, I like to thank you for being you. Nobody can ever take that away from you, man, that you were the first guest on the Rage Room Roundtable. Nobody can ever take that away. 11/5/2021, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Nobody can ever take that away from you.
Gang, gang. As Triple R Gamer would say, gang, gang. Look, I appreciate you just reaching out to me, and then and I do want to say this, like you, Decisive, like everybody from your community, just kind of like taking me in, like from day one. It was just kind of like, all right, cool. Oh, you can shoot things. All right, bet, come through some more. So it's just like I appreciate you just reaching out and allowing me to be the first and allowing me to like even, sit here, have this conversation, like, and then even come back maybe, like you said, in a couple weeks with everybody else and just, being able to put myself on this kind of platform. So I appreciate you for allowing me to, be able to express myself, be myself, and like just, kind of take Show me the money! And, everybody from my community, like us just kind of networking with each other and everything and like building the relationship like I mentioned earlier. I appreciate you, my friend, and I thank you like for all the advice and the conversations that we've had off stream. You're the GOAT, man. You already know.
Man, I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all have officially witnessed the season 1, episode 1 of the MFN Rage Room Roundtable, Triple RT, featuring our guest, Mr. Evil Gods, and hosted by yours only, Mr. MFN Spooby, y'all. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And before I go, I have to drop the crabs on him one time for the one time because he did drop them biddies in. Just so going based off of what I asked Evil earlier, that's something that I do that's a lot different, man. I give people crabs when they give me money. The crabs' names are Itchy, Bitchy, and Stitchy, just so you know. Give me one moment.
No idea. Big hype, let's go.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all. Seriously, I thank you again for being here. Everybody in the Rage Room, y'all have a blessed evening. Thank y'all for being here. Once again, Evil Gods, thank you so much for being a participant, my friend.
Anytime you need someone, man, let me know. Like, I'm around. Let's make it happen.